We off in this place, catching vibes, sit back and we blaze in the sky like I'm out of space.
What's going on, cigar world? What's going on, cigar enthusiasts? This is Jack, the cigar enthusiast.
And you got Johnny, the cigar banker.
And we are the virtual smoke deck, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Hey, Johnny, I need you to fire on all cylinders because last week was terrible, dog.
Yo, I don't know what happened. Yo, that was that was the first
nervous.
time. But listen, so what happened was I clicked the wrong button to go live, I believe, and it just shot me live like this. So it caught me off guard. It caught me off. I clicked live, and at the same time I clicked live, I'm like, I'm live. I ain't had time to share no different groups. I ain't had time to pull out no notes. I was like, yo.
Hey, look, I make it look simple, huh?
Yo,
but it's really not.
It's a lot that goes behind the scenes.
Bro, it's a lot that goes behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't understand it. But, man, if you're new to the virtual smoke deck, man, go ahead and hit that like, that share, and that follow button on YouTube. Give us a huge thumbs up, man. If you're watching on Facebook, don't be the only one that has this amazing content at your fingertip. Go ahead and share that to everybody, man. Get some watch parties. Also, smashing those comment boxes, man. Give me a what's up. Give me a hello. Give me a hey, what's going on? Unless you're Jason Fitzgerald, a.k.a. Slicer Shades. I don't want to hear from you the rest of this year. Actually, I'm about to block you after I get off of here. So,
hey, listen, I got something for Jason, though. Where did that nickname come from? Because I see it pop up all the time. And it's giving me like Freddy Krueger.
Bro, that's what he looks like.
Serial killer vibes. Like, where did it come from?
He looks like Freddy, bro. No, I'm just playing. Jason's actually a very ugly looking dude. I mean, very handsome looking dude from LA, man. But I tell him, man, he's a little rough around the edges, but nevertheless, I think he's hated by more people than he's loved by him. So we're gonna just join the team of people that hate him. But man, Johnny. Hey, look, I was tuning in. I was in Love and Marriage I was in some type of show on the ship. I was like, oh shit, Johnny live. Let me go jump in and see what Johnny got going on. Johnny at a park.
Yo, I was
Will in a car. I said, oh, these dudes just out here running amok, ain't they?
Hey, yo, y'all on Facebook, tag Will McFall. I lie to you not, Will got on the live, and he was licking his fingers like he just finished a barbecue.
I said, what the hell?
Oh my goodness.
We couldn't hear you.
Oh.
We couldn't hear you. Will was just looked like he did not want to be there. I'm like, luckily it's somebody I know. We can always bounce back and do this over again.
Hey, listen. Real talk. At least Will showed up. We're gonna leave it at that.
That's a fact. Rick Rodriguez did not show up.
I'll do it.
I'll put it out there. Rick did not show up.
2 times.
Hey, 2 times. 2 times Rick did not show up. So tag Rick too while you at it, man. Tell him we got to reschedule, bro.
Hey, Jack, how are your fingers doing okay, man?
Why?
Hey, you almost chopped it off in that video, man.
hey, look. Man, I was over there slicing that mug, and I said, "Boy, this machete get my finger, dog. It's a wrap, bro. Bro, it was done." But luckily I came back. I got all my fingertips. I ain't missing no nubs.
Did you buy some of them cohibas they try to sell you?
Bro, nah, you know what's crazy is we did everything that most tourists don't do. So when we went to Freeport, we rented out a Jeep.
Nice. And
went out to the national park. So out there in the national park, actually, you remember that scene inside of Pirates of the Caribbean? And Johnny Depp comes. Well, I'm sure everybody else do. When Johnny Depp comes around the corner and like everybody is chasing him, and he just hauling ass by this beach. Shout out to Johnny Depp.
I'm about to say it's too soon to talk about.
Shout out to Johnny Depp, dog. Shout out to my man Johnny Depp, dog. Hey, you held it down. Hey, if I was in the jury, I would have been right there with you, bro.
Hey, yo, where'd it get like 10 million, something like that? Like 15, something like that?
Bro, she bogus. She bogus, but we're not here to, this is not a marriage counseling or defamation court. But hey, she was bogus. But shout out to my man Johnny Depp, man. Somebody tag Johnny Depp too. No, man. We said shout out. We don't have enough viewers. So can everybody start watching before y'all tag him? Because
listen, if he comment, we'll buy him a cigar. If he comment, we're gonna give him.
Man, I send him a whole box of cigars. He comment. Hey, what do you want? A Padron? I send him a Padron Presidente Natural box today. If y'all can get it, and I send you one too if you can get him to comment. So that's for anybody. But more story, man. So we was on that beach, and hey, look, my rider is saying, hashtag Johnny Depp, she already know. So he comes running down the one where he's running down the beach. Well, anyway, we went to that beach, man, and that thing was off the chain. It was probably no cap, probably 10 people max on that whole beach.
Wow.
10. So it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
You tell me 10 people on the beach, man, my mind goes somewhere else, man. I'm like, yeah, that's my kind of beach here, buddy.
Oh,
buddy, yo.
So you have been naked, huh?
What? Naked? Yes, sir. Making a baby. Making a
so
baby.
Yeah, we went there. We did some caves. Got lost in Freeport. Bimini was actually a vibe, though. Bimini was the next day, and it was a private island. Well, not even a private island. I take that back. It's people that actually live there, but it's a really nice, small, secluded island. But it was Memorial Day weekend, so a lot of people from Miami, which is Bimini from Miami, is like 49 minutes. Yeah. So people taking their charter boats over. Rich people in Miami, they ain't got no worries in the world. I'm trying to be like them when I get older. But dude said, I said, hey man, you read this? He was like, oh no, I decided to bring it out. This is my second one, and I got a smaller one that I do all my fishing in, and this is more of my voyage boat. Your voyage boat? All right.
Voyage.
Cool. Oh well, all right, cool. We went on the elation. But yeah, it was a vibe. So I get on there and I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, man. I said, Ronnie, you know what? Let me get off this shit before I get mad. I said, let me get off this shit before I get mad, because I asked Johnny. I said, Johnny, you ready? You got it? You know what you're doing? Oh yeah, Johnny. This boy at the park, right? Hey, as soon as he got onto a boat. I'm like, this boy should have just took off last week.
No, see, I'm gonna tell you what happened with the boat thing. It's kind of similar to yours, right? So, it's a guy. The dude already took his boat out the water. Number one, like he took his boat out the water. He was getting ready to drive off, and some of the folks from the cigar club, because he was grilling out, were like, "Hey, can we get on the boat?" This dude was so kind. He dropped the boat back in the water, and he was like, "I could take 10 people." So he took 10 of us, man, in the Charleston Harbor, and we were trying to pay him. We were like, hey, we know gas ain't cheap, man. So, hey, you ain't had to do this. We tried to give him some money. He was like, no. We're like, well, do you smoke? Because it's the whole cigar club out there. We're like, do you smoke? Yeah. He was like, yeah, I may smoke, once a month. I guarantee you he left about 20 cigars. And it's going to last him about 2 years. Yeah, he did. He left about 20 cigars. We were like, man, we got you. Here you go. I emptied out my travel humidor. I gave it to him, man. I'm like, there you go, man. Thank you, because you didn't have to do that, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, bro. But y'all look like y'all had a vibe, though. That's all that really mattered, I was like, but shit, we gonna have to bring Will on while I'm on and get this thing going, cause yes.
Can we have a virtual Smoke That Spade teaching session? Cause I don't know how to play.
Oh my God.
I don't know how to play. So I uploaded the picture, right? Everybody playing spades, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I like this shit talking, but I don't know how to play.
Johnny, you ever heard of that one game called Black Card Revolt?
Hey, take it, dog.
Yeah, yours is Revolt, dog. You don't watch football. You don't know how to play spades. Do you know how to play dominoes?
Hey, we already talked about that. Can we not already? We already talked about it.
Do you know how to play dominoes?
Listen. We already talked. You were supposed to teach. I'm gonna learn from you, dog. We already talked.
Hey! Stop the lie, baby! Stop the lie!
Hey, we already talked about it, yo.
Justin was at the lounge that we used to be at in Memphis, dog. And when I sit here and say we used to go 4-5 hours playing dominoes, spades, whatever you name it, we was doing.
Hey, go ahead and put Renisha comment up there because I 100% agree with her.
Bro, that is not overrated. There we go. You know why she say it's overrated? Because she's in the same category as you. Y'all both trash. Y'all both trash. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Hey, that boy, this boy right here, trash too. But we did win. He ended up pulling it together, and we won a game. So shout out to Jason for helping us win that game. But man, you know, I know we can do a whole segment on how trash your show was last week. But we're not gonna do that, man, because I want to keep your confidence right. I just wanted to make sure I went on air and let everybody know that I fully disagree with the product that Johnny
and Will McFall
and Trevor Will put out. It was man. But man, so our show today is going over the new Cuban prices, man. So here's the backstory on it, and we're gonna dive a little deeper into it. So some of the highest prices on Cubans is in Hong Kong, right? So I mean, you're talking astronomical prices that people pay for Cubans, and I actually don't understand how that market is successful in Cubans, but it really is, and I guess it was so successful that people said, well, if Hong Kong can get away with it, why can't we? So there's a recent Habano essay which does all the distribution for Cubans, right? Which is why when you scan a Habano's essay tag on a box, that's how you validate if a box is real. Why? Because all Cubans go to them and are then shipped out and distributed. Yes, I want to talk it 3 weeks ago because this is my first time back. So,
and we kind of touched on it like a couple weeks back. We touched on it.
We definitely did.
Minor.
Hey, Justin. Whenever I get back in the city, trust and believe, I'm coming to hand y'all some ass whoopings. But hey, tell them country boys get ready. So anyway, So Habano's essay is the one that distributes Cubans for everybody, which is why they say, hey, when you get a box, scan the code. If the code is not working, it's fake. Why? Because Habano essay is creating this. And I think I also told y'all who's the main company that's doing all the counterfeits, right? Did we talk about that? If not, I'm gonna save that to the end. Yeah. We know why it's cheap in the Bahamas, but we're gonna get to that here in 2 seconds. So Habano SA said, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and up the prices to match the Hong Kong market, which was in Germany. It was 2 other countries too. You remember those, Johnny? There's 2 other countries: Australia, Germany, Australia, and I think Spain. I think Spain and Germany, it starts in July 1st. Anyway, bro, talk about mind-blowing, right?
Talk about
a cigar that used to be $21. Yeah. It's now $79.
Yeah.
Regularly, right? So people say, well, Jack, I mean, why does that matter? Well, one, it matters because all you guys get a hard on for, and excuse my French, for any females that might get offended or any males that might get offended. I am sorry from the kindness of my heart. But more of the story is we all get too excited about Cohibas, Cubans, Trinidad's, Romeo and Juliettes, and we trying to figure out what is all the hype about. And we had talked about this, I mean, a long time ago. We talked about how the processes of, the quality control that go into Cubans are not the same that go into Nicaragua cigars or Dominican cigars or Honduras, Ecuadorian, whatever, right? Their process is so lackluster to a point where it's like astronomical that you will pay us for a Ciganello 1, $79, right? So I want to make sure I'm 100% right with my facts before I just start, rambling off pricing and different things of that nature. But
hey, Jack, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I think before we jump too far, even into the prices, I think we could backtrack, to understand why they're matching the Hong Kong market, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, short story, I got a friend of mine who actually hired me back at King's Leaf. His name is Gary, and he lived in Hong Kong for almost 30 years. He's originally from New York, right? And one of his biggest things that he always tells me is, Johnny, the market is completely different, which we all know. Which we talked about, I think, like 2 shows ago, where we talked about how the market is extremely expensive, the cost of living, what people are willing to pay for goods, but also it's the bit, I won't give that spoiler, Jack, I'm saving it for the end of the show. But, he talked about how his collection of Cuban cigars is absolutely insane, right? And he says the lounges, just what people are willing to pay for goods, especially cigars. It's a huge Cuban cigar market. They're willing to pay absolutely anything, for Cuban cigars. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, dude, these guys, he said these guys would drop some money on Cuban cigars in Hong Kong.
Man, and to hit on that topic as well, it's crazy because mothers complain about $200. Yeah, they go buy a box for $200, but go buy one Cuban for $200, and let alone be paid. So before we get into the prices, so with everything going on, they said that the average increase is about 13%.
Yeah,
right?
15.
But obviously, Hatfield wasn't able to fully drop the entire price list. So if we could get Sweeney, Cy Sweeney on, somebody tag him and see if he can go ahead and send me a copy of the price list, because I think he got one for sure. He's in Ireland, so I'm sure it's changing. But the value of Monte Cristo, Partagas, Romeo and Juliet went up about 20 to 25%, right? Cohiba, Bahiques, Trinidad. Romeo, Juliet, Linea de or brands doubled in price. Right? Everything else will increase about 10 to 15%. And this is 184 of the 293 SKUs, 2/3 of the portfolio. Which you say, okay, for 2/3 of the portfolio, it makes sense that, it just goes up, 10%. But who in the hell smokes the other 2/3 of the portfolio, right? These are people that's actually in these Canada. Our guy Dion in Canada. Some friends that we have in all these other countries may smoke, these everyday low end cigars. But most of the time, when Americans are talking about buying cigars, especially Cohiba form, or Cuban form, is Cohiba, Monte Cristos, Trinidad, and Partagas. So you're talking about the main ones that people buy is going up either 20 to 50%.
Yeah.
And some of those don't even make sense because it's a more of a collective percentage, a quote unquote, this is what it potentially can go up. When you start looking at some of these prices, you're talking about tripling the price based on what it could potentially cost in somewhere else.
And then you got to also think about too, Jack, what the price is and what it's going to be sold for.
My first thing's looking at it, right? I said, what's going to happen is not that the consumers are going to stop buying.
Yeah.
Very much so, Just. Very much so. It's crazy. So it's not only are the consumers going to slow down their purchasing and buying of it, but there's a caveat to all of this.
Yeah.
When prices go up on your end, on the consumer end, prices go up on the retailer's end.
Absolutely.
So if a box of cigars is, $2,000, then the retailers is paying anywhere between $800 to, or not even $800, more like $1,000 to $1,200 for this product.
Absolutely.
So you're talking about a big scheme of things. Yeah. The overall picture, when you start going into these lounges, they're not going to have inventory.
Yeah.
They're going to have, or any of these retailers, they're not going to have inventory, because inventory is going to cost them for, I don't know, at $1,000 a box. Let's just do some basic math here. If we say we want to spend $200,000, what you getting? 200 boxes of cigars? 200 boxes of cigars? Like, bro, that's crazy. But just 200? Nah, like, it's gonna put a lot of people out of business, bro.
Yeah, good thing not in this market, right?
I mean, shoot, we will find a way. Boy, hey, you gotta give us the deals. We're gonna sell the shit, but we need the deals.
So, question: do you think that because I even reading the article, apart from the Hong Kong market being a reason, like, is there any other reason that would explain this dramatic price increase?
I would say,
would it be like exclusivity almost, or?
I would say supply and demand.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, actually, that's what I was thinking.
I would directly reflect that to supply and demand. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. I mean, think about it. The Andalusian Bull at one point in time used to cost $12.
It's about almost 20 when you go.
It's almost the same price of what it usually cost when it first came out for a retailer, in that same magnitude.
Yes.
We're practically paying $12 for the damn cigar.
Yes.
So it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
It's just like any, a lot of times we talked about supply and demand and economics, right?
Yep.
But I don't think we actually, until you actually own your own business, you never really understand the cycle of supply and demand, right? Yeah, you may have, little bits and pieces of it, but when you start to see, like wood, for instance, wood has shot up during the pandemic. Why? Because money was so cheap. People were building, whatever they wanted, trying to build these fortresses and all this other stuff, utilizing wood.
Yeah.
So now wood got out to some astronomical rate. Why? Wasn't because it was hard to source wood anymore. It was because the demand was up and supply is low.
Yeah.
So that means if supply is low, demand is up. I'm going to charge astronomical for it. Yeah. If the demand is low and the supply is high, that's where you see prices decrease. So in retrospect, I think to answer the question, bro, I think it's all supply and demand.
Yeah.
But go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, we always have those, we have the manufacturers that are getting these cigars, right? And then you have those third-party sources that are reselling those cigars. And when I, reading the article, that was another question that I kind of was asking myself, is what are these cats going to do that may be supplying these Cuban cigars to individuals who don't have the accessibility to Cuban cigars, as some will, and what are people willing to pay on the third-party chain, like that third-party market?
Now, that's where stuff is very sticky.
And expensive.
And inexpensive.
Incredibly expensive, man.
And it's to the point. It's to the point where you may see a $20 cigar going for $40 on the third market.
Yeah.
On the backup, behind the house scenes, because we already know it's just like Jordans, right? Yeah. Everybody buy Jordans to resell them on, all these other sneaker sites. I have a dinner two in my mouth, and I'm trying to stick it to the top of my mouth, but it's not working. So I sound like I'm just retarded or something. So anyway, you're gonna have all of these crazy astronomical stuff going on, and it's just gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, and me and my wife was talking about this the other day, how gas prices are so high, but yet the price of gas is not really increasing.
Yeah.
So you talk about all this money these oil companies are making, but the price to actually make gas is not, going up.
Yeah.
And they got reasons to do it, right? We all know Russia and Ukraine was a spark of it. But in reality, the United States doesn't even get gas from Russia or Ukraine. They get it from Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Which why when we had the big war going on in Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff, that slowed it down and created a problem for us in the United States. Why? Because we're battling over there in the Middle East. So it made sense, right? Obviously, when stuff went down in the Middle East, things, as tensions went down in the Middle East, the gas prices started melting out. Now we got something that's totally away from it that's driving it up. No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
It's these big companies are making a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
By not changing the processes. So you use that same, theory and apply that to Cubans. Cubans' quality is not going to get better because all of a sudden the prices increase. If anything, it's going to get worse.
I think so. I think they're going to see how far they can stretch it. And
that's it
right there.
They're going to capitalize on it. They're going to capitalize on it because at the end of the day, why not?
Yes.
But that's the part. That's the issue. Is you're going to pay for a product that's still not worth the shit. And because it's something that is rare and hard for people in America to find, they're going to go to these other countries and do what Jack did. Spend, some money for a cigar. Like, that shit don't make sense. And I felt bad spending the money I spent. You know what I mean? I really felt bad. Like, I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Where the hell? Who do you think you are? Spending this type of money.
Harvey.
Right, what the hell? Boy, shit, Steve Harvey smoked acids. You know what I mean? That boy's smart, but who the hell Jack think he is going to spend all this money?
Oh, man.
It's crazy, but shit's gonna get worse. People are gonna get less satisfied, and the numbers and everything I'm talking about you can look it up. Go to Cigar Aficionado, look at the ratings of Cubans as they slowly decrease their numbers every single year, and obviously most of these companies are paying astronomical premiums to make sure that their cigar stays up in their ratings, but tobacco don't lie, right? The tobacco is good, but the rolling
quality
is
lie. It doesn't lie at all, man.
It's crazy, man. But talking about some prices, man. Let's get to some prices. Johnny, go ahead and call out some of these prices that you.
I got you right here, man. I got it pulled up. Alrighty. So number one, Trinidad is seeing the largest increase by percentage, right? 5 of the 7 regular production Trinidad Vitolas. Holy smokes. This is more than triple in price in the German market. No cigar in the entire Habana portfolio will increase more percentage-wise than the Trinidad Reyes, which is a Petite Corona. A Petite Corona, which will see a 233% increase. Yo.
Now these are numbers based on what it already costs to buy a cigar in Germany at this time, right? So just let some of this stuff sit in and really, marinate, if you will. Go ahead, bro.
All right, we're talking about Cohibas now. So the increases are also dramatic. The percentage-wise, as far as Trinidad is concerned, Cohiba was already the flagship. Cohiba will double in prices, which means it's the largest price change from a raw price standard. Says, for example, the increase in price will be the largest increase in terms of dollars and cents in the euro market. That's insane. That is crazy.
Like examples of it is the Ciganello 1 was $18.10, but euro dollars, right? It's now 31.
Yeah.
That's 140% increase. The Ciganello 2 19 euros and 90 cents. It's 36. 2140. It's now 48. You got Ciganello 6, 37.50, which is now $81. But here's Bahique's. The Bahique 52 was $48.60. It's now $120 for one.
For one.
For one.
A 146% increase.
Yes. $63.50 for the Bahique 54. $150 now. $68.10 Euro dollars for the Bahique 56 is now $170. Come on, man.
This is insane. but Jack, don't do that, champ.
Hey, throw that shit away.
Don't do that.
What you about to say, bro?
Oh no, but I was gonna say, man, like you said, man, as long as, and I think, who was it? Justin said it in a couple comments back, man. As long as people will continue to buy it, why not? Bro, why not raise the prices? I mean, they ain't got to worry about my money because my pockets ain't that deep.
See, now this is more real numbers, right? Based on the price sheet. So this is based off what it's going to cost there. The Monte Cristo Umando, $14.60 is now $18.
Yeah,
doable. The Romeo and Juliet to Churchill's, $17.70 euros is now $22. But it's crazy, man. Like Cohiba 55 Aniversario limited edition 2022, which is set to be priced at $300 per cigar.
Golly.
Per cigar. So, like, yes, there's gonna be people out there that's gonna buy these brands, but it's still at what point? At what point do we switch from, yes, defending the market to like, nah, y'all clowns, bro. Like,
especially when there are other cigars out there that are a fraction of the price. And like we said on, I think 2 shows back, man, and you can smoke every last one of the mugs.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of them, you could light that mug up, and it might be every now and again you may have a stem, whatever the case may be, for a fraction of the price. But I can go buy a box of Padrones, like you said, man, for what, $250, $350, and every last one of the mugs in that box gonna smoke.
Every single one of them.
Every single one gonna smoke, man. So that's tough.
Jason said something earlier that I wanna hit on. This one right here, Cohiba in the Bahamas is still cheap though. And
that's because they use a short filler tobacco.
That is true. That is true. They're using short filler tobaccos, mixed with some long stems. But let's just be frank with it. I'm not gonna put no companies out there, but there's a Bahama company that is the world's largest producer of fake Cubans.
Mm.
And to be exact, is when you go to this company, you're not supposed to record. Why? Because they're rolling fake. They're rolling fake Cohibas.
Google
or Cubans, period. And it's to the point where people have seen them with bands, Cohiba bands, Monte Cristo bands. Monte Cristo bands.
I just Googled it, Jack. Is this for real? Oh my God. Really?
Bro.
Hey.
Bro. I got some videos. I'm gonna go through my videos and see if I see any.
It start with a golf.
It do.
Oh my word.
A golf.
Golf. G as in golf?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
it does.
Okay, got it. There we go.
It does. And this is not some that fake news. We're just trying to spread some shit. These are legit facts.
Yeah.
And if they want to get better at it, they just need to hide their process a little bit better and don't do it in the main rolling area. But it's crazy, man. So you guys got to watch out for these fake Cohibas, man, because this jog is sweeping right now. We got another topic we got to talk about, John.
What's that, Jack? Talk to me, man.
I didn't bring it up because it was something that it was something that I wanted to make sure that we was done with Cohiba, the Cubans and all that stuff before I even went into it.
Is it bad or good?
I'm gonna share this comment, but I'm gonna keep it up for a little while, and I'm gonna take it down.
Boom! There we go.
And then, but yeah. So right now, talk about cigar news.
Yeah.
For anybody that likes acid, Steve Harvey. Shout out to Steve Harvey. Drew Estate they're going through a national banning right now of trying to ban flavored cigars. And there's a big fight that's going on down in Washington, D.C. talking about how, we're trying to get out of the regulation category for cigars, right? So Massachusetts was the first state that actually went ahead and executed this ban on flavored cigars. But now it's a big deal going on as far as like Congress and with the FDA and PCA and Cigar Rights for America. It's a big fight going on to try to ban flavored cigars. So if you don't know about that, I'm going to ask you to go. Oh shoot! Let me take that down. So that's a good question. Let me get this banner going. I need y'all to go to cigaraction.org today and sign the petition.
Yes.
To definitely make that go away. The more people that do the petition, the better. I'm gonna keep that going for the rest of this show, so you got it. You know where to go. The reason is excuse me. The reason is so kind of short but long answer. There's been a big fight that's been going on with PCA, FDA, Congress for a long time to recognize cigars as a product. Yeah. I mean, as a handmade organic product, right? And so cigars has been under the category of OTP, which is other tobacco products, right? And a lot of that is due to the reason. There you go, right there. And everything that's vape, that's all hookah, all of that, right? So the reason for it is because there is accusations that kids are utilizing these products a lot more, and that these products are directly targeting minors, right? And the consumption of minors using flavored products is really, becoming a way, right? Yeah. Now, a lot of it is not that they're smoking flavored cigars. Being honest and, being 100 on the virtual smoke deck,
absolutely.
What a lot of them is doing, they're going to this gas station buying Swisher Seats and rolling blunts with it.
Yep.
So let's be 100 with the facts and what's actually going on. So they're sitting here saying that the reason we're having an increase in kids using tobacco or cigars at a young age is because they're smoking weed, right? They're smoking weed. The more you legalize weed, the more blunts and the Swisher Sweet products that you're gonna get to use to roll the blunts.
Yeah.
Right. So the reasoning behind it is because kids are quote unquote using cigars, but in reality, they're not telling why kids are using these products. They're not smoking these products based on how we smoke a cigar. They're not over here like, yeah, I got me a Swisher Sweet today. I'm gonna smoke this during my
bust that thing down
during my class breaks and during lunch. No, they literally using just the wrapper of it, rolling weed up and smoking it. But they don't want to say that because in reality, if we learn how to take away flavored cigar products, then we're gonna solve this problem. Bullshit. We're not gonna solve that problem. We're gonna find other ways. And what's crazy is I'd rather them smoke a blunt, a weed and blunt versus a bowl, and then start experimenting with other stuff, pipes and all that other stuff.
Hey, listen, if
we
you
already know what that's gonna lead to. You said what, Johnny?
I said if you're gonna smoke, you're right. I said if you're gonna smoke a blunt, you might as well do it the natural way, the most natural way. No, I don't do drugs.
Hey, but at the end of the day, we ain't stupid either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we know what's going on. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't nobody going. I ain't never seen no kid. I have had some 21-year-olds walk in my shop and say, you know, I want to try a cigar today. It was my birthday. I want to celebrate. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the average cigar smoker is only 25. So how are we marketing to kids?
Yeah.
Instead of y'all doing a massive authorization of marijuana, but not putting out stipulations or stamp-backed, FDA-backed things that you use to consume it.
Yeah. The real question, Jack, how many kids have you ever had it? Like, I'll tell you this, I had it twice, happened to me, right? And it's because they just don't know, you know? And this was back when the smoking age was 18, right? And I was working in the shop. And I maybe had like 2 18-year-old, even grown adults, you know, who don't know. You know, they come inside of a cigar shop thinking that, you know, we sell all tobacco products, you know, and they ask a question and they're like, hey, you know, I'm just here for a cigar. Oh my God, you know, take them in the humidor. Like, nah, you know, you can't bust down this. It's not gonna work out, you know. But if you go right across the road, there's a tobacco outlet, you know, and they'll help you out. But I've had the question numerous times, but no person who indulges in those activities are going to bust down an $8-10 cigar
at all.
It's not gonna happen.
They want the 3 for $9.99. I mean, 99 cents.
It's 2, Jack.
It's 2.
It's 2.
Oh shoot! There you go. But you don't smoke.
You know, but it's not happening, man.
But it's not, and that's what, you know, these idiots, man. I gotta call them for what they is, because that's exactly what they are. They're idiots, man. They have no really like, I think, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna get political, but I think people just lose their common sense when they get into these offices and be like, you know, I'm a politician and my common sense left when I took the job. Like,
yeah, and like, you know, I'm not like I said, I'm not big into politics, man. I'm not the one to argue. But to me, it's like, how are you legalizing and still continue legalizing? You know, there's nothing wrong with marijuana, whatever, but something that can completely alter, you know, your thought process, the whole nine, but yet you're cracking down on something that's just as natural and in many ways, I want to say safer, you know, because nobody is getting behind the wheel after smoking a cigar, and, you know, they can't even comprehend what they're doing at that time.
You know, have you gotten those customers yet that be like, yeah, my doctor told me I gotta stop smoking cigars?
Yeah, and I'm like, your doctor's a fucking liar.
Is an idiot. That's exactly what I tell them too. And I thought maybe I was the only one that say this stuff.
I'm like, your doctor's a liar.
He's an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, y'all have, and that's again, we're talking about this common sense that just goes out the window.
And it's a misinformation.
It's a lot of misinformation with no actual factual backing behind the information that you're putting out.
Yeah.
You tell somebody that got high cholesterol, you know, stop smoking cigars. That's what's causing it. How is that?
Doesn't make sense.
Are they digesting the cigar? Are they actually chewing the cigar and swallowing it?
Listen.
Like,
it makes no sense.
I'm trying to make it make sense for me, because it just doesn't. You know, I was gonna go. I went to the Navy hospital maybe like 6 months ago, and I seen a sign that says cigars is not a safe alternative to cigarettes.
I saw that at the VA hospital. Oh my goodness.
And in my mind, I said, no shit. One, that was duh, right? Because now the idiotic, the ridiculousness that's coming out of this is now in the statement.
Yeah.
It's not even what the statement said. It's in the statement. Cigars and cigarettes are not the same thing.
Absolutely not.
We already know. I mean, I'm sorry for anybody that smokes cigarettes. You are choosing a very unhealthy choice. This is why you see these people that smoke these cigarettes looking like they got damn 108.
Shit is bad for you.
Bro, terrible. Man, this lady by the gas station by my house, baby she cannot be no more than 54. But man, when I say she looked like 87,
rough.
And I'm talking, I ain't going. Hey, disclaimer. I can say this and it not be racist because fortunately, I fall in both categories. I'm black and I'm white.
Yes, sir.
I can already tell you the way white people age is not the same as the way black people age. The way a white smoker smokes cigarettes ages and a black cigarette smoker, they don't age the same.
They don't.
They age like shit.
Yeah.
And this lady, I swear to God, she looks like 84.
Just cracking up.
I'm gonna ask her what her age is. Now I'm gonna come and tell you guys what her age is.
Hey, she gonna come back and tell you 35. You like
that was meth. You didn't just have cigarettes, you had meth too. All right. But bro, like you see, like even on this box, it says cigars is not a safe alternate because this is something that was required by the FDA to put on there. No shit, it's not. But they're not even the same product.
Not
so
even.
Why are we comparing an apple to an orange? Or an apple to a lollipop? Like it doesn't even make sense. We know that the natural sugars in the apple is good for you versus
whatever they put in that damn cigarette.
In the lollipop. So you talk about cigarettes. Come on now. So I actually told one of my staff, I said, look, I said cigars is actually a safe alternate for you. I mean, we covered the report. If you didn't watch that report, I think we titled it health medical report health update or something like that. We touched on it.
Yes. So
if you don't know what the report is,
just go back like 2 months ago, something like that.
Go look at our videos on YouTube and you'll see it. But the conclusion of the report, mind you, was 19 tobacco researchers that wasn't cigar guys that said there is no health effects or health effects from smoking cigars because you're not inhaling it. And they said, here's another thing I heard, where you catch mouth cancer. Now tell me how the hell that works. How do you catch mouth cancer from smoking something that is 100% organic?
Yes.
And so I said, well, the reason why people that dip gets mouth cancer is because there's chemicals that actually ignite the endorphins inside your brain that goes in and starts jacking up your gums. That is why you have mouth cancer. It's the chemicals that they put in this stuff that makes it cancerous.
No worries, Retro Smoke that I'm gonna be the only cigar smoker with mouth cancer because I do chew too. But
he will be the only one. Well, and anybody else that chews. But in reality, it's not the cigars that's causing it. So there's a lot of things that's being put out there, and in layman's terms, it's all misconception, and that is why we are fighting this big fight with the FDA, Congress to ban flavored cigars ban any flavored anything on a major scale. It's because there's a lot of misleading information that is just being put into every single category that deals with smoking. You know what's fucking nuts? You know what's crazy? Is liquor is definitely bad for you.
And definitely more dangerous.
It's definitely more dangerous, right? You're talking liver failure, liver cancer. Yep. You talk about all these different things that can happen from consuming liquor. Have you Have you ever seen a sign that says liquor is not or beer is not a safe alternative to liquor?
They're making too much money off of that shit, boy.
It don't make sense, right?
They tax you left and right.
But yet you sit here and say cigars are bad for you?
And I saw the last time they tried to prohibit something like that, so.
Y'all just got to stay abreast, man. I tell you what, if you're in an area where you happen to have the luxuries of know your local governments, city council members, House of Representative members, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. City council members, House of Representatives, Senates, man, tell them don't lose their common sense. Tell them don't lose their common sense when they get into these offices. Let them know that, hey, we gotta protect our industry just as everybody else protects theirs. Absolutely. And unfortunately, we don't have, because manufacturers and retailers are paying their money, the little monies that they get based on like liquor companies and Bacardi and Bush. We have to make sure we are equipping ourselves with the knowledge and the understandings. So we got to go to cigaraction.org today, man. Go ahead and sign that petition to ban flavored cigars, because unfortunately, let me tell you this, we know the statistics and we know a lot of people smoke acid. A lot of people smoke Tatiana, Deadwood. Now, Faro Tiago has put out the Metropolitan High Host High and the regular Host, which are flavored tip cigars. But all of these things, you run a risk of not being able to smoke again if you don't go out there and take these things. And smoke the good shit, not the bullshit, man. Stop making
smoke.
Man, big facts. Stop making shit like all you gotta do is smoke Cubans to know that's how you smoking good stuff. Like Cubans are Cubans. You know that you can't go into a cigar lounge and say what is compared to a Cuban.
Funny story, Jack. Just today, I'm working. Y'all, I'm back in the shop, back in the brick and mortar. I'm at a downtown location, which is a big tourist area, right? So I had a guy from Europe today. He was visiting Charleston first time. He came inside the humidor. I guess he was unaware that we do not sell Cubans, in the U.S. He thought he walked in the humidor. He was like, "Where's your Cubans?" I'm like, "Where are you from?" Then I heard his accent.
Yeah.
I said, "But have you had a Padron before?" So he was like, "I never smoked a Padron." I'm like, "Do me a favor." I said, "How much time you got in you today?" So I gave him an Exclusivo Maduro. And then I turned around and gave him a Hemingway by Fuente. He smoked the Hemingway here, right? And he was like, "Oh, my goodness." I'm like, yeah. I said, "But when you light that Padron up, make sure before you cross that water, come on and buy a box, man."
Yeah.
I said,
I need you to light that up before you leave.
I said, "You're going to thank me later, champ. I promise you're going to thank me later, man. You're going to thank me later, man. 100%.
Hey, and people just don't really realize what they're missing, and people that has access to, these great products just don't understand what they have, access to. And again, it goes based off of, what was founded and yada 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 and who out the bam. But smoke the good shit, not the bullshit, man.
Always, man, and drink the good shit, not the bullshit, man.
Man, come on now.
Did you see that bottle of Willet that I posted the other day, man?
Yeah, the green label, right?
Yeah, it was a green label. So I found a shop that had a couple bottles of it. They had a couple different bottles of Willet, right?
They got a purple one that's really good too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back because they were the only people that had it down this way, man. And he wasn't trying to slap me over the head. He only charged me $50-something for the bottle.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me grab it.
That purple label gonna cost you like $129, $140.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Yeah. I'm gonna have to keep that at the house because I brought that to the club.
That is not something that you share, bro. That is not something. Hey, I tell you, bro. That boy, Jack.
Yo,
I mean, he really fed us. He really fed our bourbon palates, bro.
I stay watching his dang on Instagram, man. and whatever he posts, I'm trying to find it. You know, if it's something I believe is worth drinking.
You remember that horse shoulder? I mean, soldier horse shoulder that was at the farm.
Yes.
You know, I seen a bottle of that at Total Wine.
Were they trying to tax you on it?
And it was in an exclusive section. I think it was like an 18-year or 15-year or something like that. That guy was like, I want to say like, I don't want to. It was either like $300 or $3,000.
Golly, I can understand 300, but 300, I ain't there yet.
Bro, the hell no.
I lucked out and remember that Noble Oak that we tried?
Bro, that doubled oak.
Yes, I found a because I think they do a rye. They do a rye too, right? It was the one with the red on it.
They do a rye. Yeah.
So I tried the I found a bottle of the double oak as well from the same liquor store, man. So they a little stash. I ain't telling nobody about that liquor store.
Hey, don't tell nobody about it. I got one. I got one. I know the owners, man. I gotta get over there, man. They just so far on the other side of town. But man, I text him and be like, "Hey, bro, can you get this?" But I've been asking him for some exclusive stuff, and he like, first of all, I ain't seen you since that last time you bought something. So the double oak that we're talking about, Wilford does make a double oak, which is a really good one. I think the bottle on that is like 52.
Something 54.
We're talking about Noble Oak. Noble Oak is
it's a real like they told us that they were a new up and coming company.
Yeah.
But like even like when I was trying to find them on social media, find a website, like they're really, really new. Like, yeah, I mean, not even a big following like that, man. So I'm like, wow, they make a really great product, man.
And they're in Total Wine. They're in Total Wine and not expensive either.
And I think I paid $33 for the bottle.
Yeah, I put it in the chat too, Just Noble Oak, double oak. Yeah, it was a really good one. We got to taste it on site, man, and
so I've been telling everybody about that experience, right? I've been slinging those 20 acres. Because remember I told you I was not a fan?
Yeah.
I've been slinging it and smoking it, man. I think I sold about 5 today, man. I'm like, yo, try it. Yo, listen. And I tell them, I said, y'all, I was not a fan at first. Maybe my palate was jacked up. I don't know. But now I've been slinging them things religiously, man.
Bro, you know what's crazy, though? That thing just got a 90 rating. 90. Jeff said 91, but I was looking at the same thing. He was looking at that. I said 90. but I'm gonna let Jeff say whatever he want to say. But it was a 90 rating. But still, that's still good for a cigar that hasn't been released, like using his product outside the FSG.
Yes, and Florida, like I said, Florida sun-grown tobacco.
Yeah, so that was really good, man. We actually got we got a good show for y'all next week, man. Man, the guy that we got coming on, man, is a legend in his own right, man, and he's doing big freaking things. So we was talking a couple months ago, and he was like, "Hey, man, just stay fast on your dreams and do it, man." One of the flyest guys in the industry.
I'm about to say he gonna make us pull out the fit. Do we have to pull out the fit?
We're gonna get dressed up, man.
We gotta do it. We gotta pull out the fit next Sunday, man.
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do the three bow tie, man.
We gotta pull out the fit for next Sunday because we know he coming with the heat.
He gonna come with it, but it is Sunday. I think last time he was pretty dry. But I'm telling you, go ahead, show up and show out, man. Show up and show out, because if you don't, boy, we're gonna have to kick you off the show. Why?
Man.
But we got Michael Herlies coming in the building next week, man. He actually gonna show up.
That shit.
It was, because that's Sorry Sucker just did another interview.
Oh, so. Man, no.
Yeah, man, that's pissed me off. But anyway. Y'all don't understand how much goes into putting on a good show, and I've gotten to a point where I'm tired of asking, and so I guess one thing you can't count on is me and Johnny to come give you a great freaking show every day.
We're gonna laugh with you, we're gonna smoke with you, and I'm not drinking today. I'm drinking water because last week was rough,
bro.
I drank every single day last week because y'all know I'm without Carter. Carter's in Texas with his maternal grandmother for a month.
Oh my.
So I was loose that first week. I think I did it. I ain't.
Man, I've been drinking water all damn day today. I woke up. I woke up this morning. Well, yesterday. I'm not feeling too good, bro. So I tested myself a couple times. It came back negative, but I just had a cold. So
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the best thing to help with all this stuff is drink plenty of water, take your vitamins, and that water gonna help you shit. And once you shit and piss, you're gonna be good.
And if you are sick, what you know about rock and ride, Jack?
Rock and ride.
I'm gonna test your hood. You took my black card. What you know about rock and ride?
So I don't know about no rock and ride, but I think you're talking about the ENJ, the cough drop, all that stuff.
Yeah, something like that. But it gotta be rock and ride now. It gotta be rock and ride. You heat that mug up, you go to bed, you wrap it with some covers. You're gonna wake up and think you done piss out, but I promise you, it's all sweat, man. You're gonna go to work ready and it's gonna be a good day.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, also, man, if y'all looking for a job, man, Dapper D's hiring, bro. We are hiring, okay? You understand? Hey, also King Leaf is hiring too, dog.
Come on, man. Come on to the shop, man.
Hey, we're paying $14 an hour plus cash tips, man. So if you're looking for something that's gonna out, hey, Johnny don't even want to say what King Leaf paying.
Listen.
But man, if you're looking for a job and you're trying to be in the cigar industry, man, come holla at Dapper D's, man.
Listen, the brick and mortar is the best way to get your foot in the industry and learn about cigars at an affordable cost. I'm telling you, man.
You know, I seen a guy that just came in not too long ago. Oh, I got a couple of them. Damn. Oh shoot, she's lying. There is a guy that he actually just got fired from a major company, but he actually worked in another retail shop, and he had that he started working at a shop, and this is how he got his foot in the door. So man, anything is possible.
Yes.
I mean, you guys, hey, if you want to get into this and make this a big deal, come on and do it, man. There's endless ways to do it. So anyway, we're hiring.
Yes, and Jack got a great team for y'all, man. Jack's team is off the chain,
man. And I think I personally think I mean, maybe I could be wrong, but I think I'm a good boss too,
dude. You're one of the few people, shop owners, lounge owners, that actually invest in their employees.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 100% invest in their employees. Make sure they're getting educated. Make sure they're growing if that's what they desire. If you want to be retail or if you want to be a certified retail tobacconist, I've not seen a shop owner that does it like you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. And you know, that's just a testament. I don't think Johnny is saying that to make me feel good.
No. Listen, if I live closer without a son, you already know what time it was.
I didn't try to get goddamn Johnny out here so many times.
Shit, forget living closer. If I didn't have a son, all right, Jack. What's the first day?
Bro. Hey, and shout out to my wife. She's the director of personnel and customer relations, man. So if y'all got any complaints, man, y'all tell her about the complaints, because I'm the bad cop. I'm the good boss, but I cut your ass out real quick.
Do not let that complaint be. I was in the cigar room for
30 minutes trying to steal. Yeah, shout out to that sorry sucker too. The boy that got caught trying to steal. Got mad.
The cigar room.
Exactly, the cigar room. Boy, shout out to him. Hey, look, Johnny.
Listen, I know. I'm gonna have to bring Carter with me.
My boy Duvall, man. Hey, shout out to my boy Duvall, man. Solaris Auto Sales off Atlantic Boulevard. If you're looking, he's actually about to help me get my daughter into her first car, man. So y'all looking for good cars. It's gonna last you, man. Support that man. But hey, it ain't a place better than Dapper D's, okay? Like you're saying that. See, this is why I'm about to ban Jason right here.
Hey, listen, that's the tall saying of that's a hater. That's a hater comment. Right
that is a hater comment, but that's him. He's a hater. It literally came out his mouth and said, we're in his top 3 best cigar lounges he's ever been to. So, hey, more of the story. Hey, Jason, go to Minnesota and smoke grass. Hey, man, we the Virtual Smoke Day, man. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Make sure y'all go to cigaraction.org. Sign that petition to get these cools off our back.
Yes.
When it comes to this flavor cigar ban. If you're new to the Smoke Deck and enjoys this show, man, make sure you go ahead and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Virtual Smoke Deck Live. Also, that's at YouTube as well. So when you go to YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And also follow our sponsor, Dapper D Cigars, that is still hiring as of this last comment. Go follow them on Facebook and Instagram for all the updated events and content that we have going on there. And then, man, Johnny, man, go tell these folks where I can find Johnny the Cigar Baker at.
Man, listen, you can find me in Charleston. I work at Kingsleaf Cigars. I don't work every day. It's not my full-time anymore. But if you're ever in Charleston and you want to link up, let me know. I will meet you at Kingsleaf Cigars. We got 4 shops. All of them have a great selection of cigars, man. So just let me know, and we can kick it. I love kicking it, and I'll make sure you get nice and sauced up.
And in the next couple of years, man, Johnny's gonna be able to say something different.
Absolutely.
Because in Jesus' name, we're gonna make something happen. We're gonna make something.
In the name of Jesus.
Man. In Jesus' name. So, man, if you're looking for all your cigar needs and wants, and you're not inside of Jacksonville or South Carolina, man, go to DapperDCigars.com to get all your cigar needs, man. We are the Virtual Smoke Deck. I am Jack, the cigar enthusiast.
I'm Johnny, the cigar banker.
And we are the Virtual Smoke Deck. Until next week with Michael Herlock, man, we'll see y'all soon.
That's it.